Layout Update 2022, coming up next on the Baldy and Palms Railroad. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This episode is a layout update and tour. I'll also be asking you for your input as to where I should put the beginning of the third loop extension. That's coming up a little bit later in the episode. For those of you new to the channel and you longtime subscribers, I thought I'd do a layout tour. I haven't done one in a very long time. First, a little history on the layout. I began the work of the layout in September 2016. The area is about a 30 by 30 foot or just under 10 meter by 10 meter area, with the premise of creating a park-like setting where you can walk around and interact with the layout. The layout features two loops that can be run as individual loops or one complete loop by combining the lower and upper loops. The Baldy and Palms Railroad is a fictitious Class 3 regional railroad and is served by all major Class 1 railroads, with the interchange located at Jacksville Junction. As we follow the tracks out of Jacksville Junction, the first switch is the access to the lower loop. Next is the spur to the car barn, which we'll come back to later. Continuing on, the train rolls into the Sampson Y, passing the newly installed block signals. Here on the backside, the rails begin the transition to ground level of the upper loop. Coming down the grade, passing one of the three industries on the layout, is the Matthew Mine. Next up is the small station of Little Falls. Passengers stop here to hike and enjoy the outdoor area of Little Falls. This is also a crew stop as well. Leaving Little Falls, the train begins an upward grade to the backside of the upper loop, coming around the curve to the most scenic part of the layout, the bridge crossing over Little Falls Waterway. The bridge is scratch-built and has been up for almost 6 years. Entering into the Sampson Y again, the train can remain on the upper loop or proceed back to the lower loop once again. Leaving the block, the signals will transition to an all clear once again. Back on the lower loop, we come up to the other industries served by the Baldy and Palms, the brewery and the produce warehouse. The rails continue around the lower loop and back to Jacksville Junction. So the car barn is where I store the locos and rolling stock. The car rack has 4 drawers and can hold up to 48 cars. I also have the electronics for the track power control, a 12-volt battery that is stepped down to 5 volts to light up all the buildings at night for some layout ambiance. The battery also powers the block signal and is recharged by a solar panel. So here is where I would like your inputs. The Loop 3 plan is to follow the concrete pool deck and curve around here and then loop around this planter and then connect back to the single track again. I'm looking for the best place to begin the third loop. The first option is here, a run downward grade wrapping around the palm tree and then crossing in front of the walk path. The second option is to come off just past Little Falls and run in this area and around the palm tree across the walk path. So this loop is a dead rail loop. I also have plans to install a gate crossing at the walk path, using basically the same circuitry as I did for the block signal on the upper loop. Well, what do you think? Leave your comment. I'd love to hear what others think about my plan. If you like this comment, hit the subscribe button and ring that bell for future episodes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.